typically if you have the basic understanding of a software development life cycle, then that is more than enough to understand Oracle Business Intelligence, because it's not a completely coding, so easily we can go ahead and grasp whatever is inside in OBIE. And the next one is any tool, means whether it is a OBIE or any tool. Any typically will have a combo, a database and a user interface. Database is a place where the data gets stored, and UI is a place where the data is exposed. In the same way, this Oracle Business Intelligence. See, Oracle Business Intelligence, earlier it is called as a Civil Analytics. Let me write it here. So, Farmer Civil Analytics. Analytics means it's purely analyzing your business. This product is from Civil, currently acquired by Oracle. The moment they acquired, they called it as a Oracle Business Intelligence. Means initially they still released with Civil Analytics name only, but later they changed the product name itself to Oracle Business Intelligence. So going back over here, it's a data, even the same, either it is a Civil Analytics or let's stick to the latest name, which is Oracle Business Intelligence. It has a user interface, it has a database, and we will know more about that information later. And the next is what is a business intelligence? You know, what is a business intelligence means? You want to analyze, you want to understand in what direction your business is moving. So Oracle is just a product. It's a product owner. That's the reason you have that Oracle over there. But the business intelligence is typically you take about any manufacturing company who are selling some products. So if they really want to measure, how they are performing in the market, means how they are performing means how their business is flowing, means how much money they made last year, and in the last year, last quarter, how much sales were happened, and what are all the products which are highly sold. So it's purely a snapshot of your business. A snapshot of your business means measuring your business performance. So to measure all these things, what you need is a tool to measure the performance of your business. So Oracle Business Intelligence is nothing but only a tool which will typically measure the performance of a particular business. So, and at the same time, see, typically what happens is in an organization, in an enterprise, you will have a lot of applications. Example, sales data is stored in sales database, and say marketing data is stored in marketing database. Let's visualize like this. You have two databases, two set of users. One user is working in sales department, another user is working in marketing department. These two people are working on two different applications, and they are keep on entering the data over there. So, and at an enterprise level, if you really want to measure how successful we are with this marketing campaign, or how many sales we did in the last year. So to ask such type of questions, you need to bring such data into a place. That place is nothing but only a data warehouse. A data warehouse is just organizing your various applications data into a single place. And when you are organizing the various applications data into a single place, that is typically called as a data warehouse. So a data warehouse most of the times it will be denormalized a lot. Denormalized means you might be already having an understanding of what is a OLTP. OLTP means online transaction processing. You take any example. Let's talk about a railway reservation system. So whatever data entry they are doing is typically going into a OLTP, online transaction processing. Why? Because the database should respond very fast, and it should accommodate inserts, updates very fast. So to have that, you need to have an online transaction processing system. Means the data is normalized more. Normalized more means data is separated, segregated between too many tables. If you talk about a OLTP, you will have say 3,000, 4,000 tables, because data is separated across various tables. You take this example, a faculty who is working in a department. So if you go and scan the faculty table, a faculty, let's say Ravi, and his department is say OBIE department. So typically we will not keep OBIE over there. So what OBIE entire information, what we will do is we will have two tables in this design. One table will store the departments and another store will have a faculty information. So when you are seeing a faculty record, say Ravi over there, so you will have a reference to OBIE. Means you will have, what I'm trying to say is all, to put it in a nutshell, a parent and a child table concept. A parent table primary key, you are referring in a child table foreign key. So over here, a faculty Ravi, so you will have a OBIE information. So you will go to parent table, and what is this OBIE record? So that record's primary key, you will store it in the faculty table. So you are separating your information into multiple tables. This is nothing but only normalization. You can have a single record which says that Ravi OBIE trainer. So you can have a single record. You don't need to design a two tables. Why we are designing two tables is to avoid the data redundancy, because in future there is another table, even that table also want to refer to the department table. So you don't want to duplicate the data. So there is another table, say faculty, or say, to put it in another example, how many faculty department, let's assume there is another table, there also there is a reference to a department. So in that scenario, if instead of again duplicating OBIE over there, let's store OBIE record itself in a parent table. So to put it in a simple line, OLTP is normalized a lot, and where you have more number of tables, where duplication is avoided a lot, and the data is separated in n number of ways, into n number of tables. That is OLTP. Because at any point of time, I want to retrieve the data very fast. That is the main motive of OLTP. But I'm just trying to compare the warehouse. But in the warehouse, it is not like that. It is denormalized more. Means most of the time data is duplicated everywhere. So the data, if you count the number of tables in warehouse, you will have a less number of tables, and you will have a more duplication of the data, which doesn't matter, because the purpose of a data warehouse is to measure the performance of a business. When you are measuring the performance of a business, it's purely for the executive people, or who are very much interested to drive the business. To drive the business, only those people will have an access to the data warehouse. So that is the reason. So when we are designing a data warehouse, performance doesn't matter. Let it come little slow, but I want to get a complete picture of the whole business transactions. So what I said now is I just made a comparison between OLTP and OLAP. So coming to this Oracle Business Intelligence word, a tool is nothing but only a database and UI. So for us, for Oracle Business Intelligence, a database is a data warehouse. A data warehouse which is denormalized more, where duplication is done a lot, where you have less number of tables, where you will do a dimensional modeling. Dimensional modeling means your data model will be in a star schema. So we will talk about star schema later, means your data is stored in fact and dimension tables. So what is fact and what is dimension table, we will talk later. So that data warehouse means database portion I covered. So the UI means you have the database, you have the data warehouse, you have the star schema, you populated the data, and so instead of firing a queries again in the database, do you have a user interface which will fetch the data from the data warehouse? That is, yes, there are tools which are provided by Oracle Business Intelligence is a suite which has data warehouse and also which has a tool which will help you to expose the data which is available in the data warehouse. So I'm going back to the list. So what I define now is OBI, Oracle Business Intelligence, is business intelligence, as the name itself is telling, finding an intelligence information about your business. Means intelligence information is the people who are working on OLTP, if they really want to ask a question like this, last year how many sales I made? Yes, obviously if you are firing a query against OLTP, go to a sales table and select count of one from that sales table where date is between last year day 1 to last year last day. So if you put such type of queries, yes, they can fire, because but their purpose is OLTP, online transaction processing, end user purpose is every day to do a data entry. For them, measuring the business is not their job. So measuring the business is the job of the person who is driving the business. How much profit we made last year and how we need to proceed. Means we are just trying to avoid the risks over here. So how much we made last year and how much we are going to make last year, that assessment means a person who is assessing the business typically will access Oracle Business Intelligence tool, where the tool is, the user interface is rendering the data, where the data is available in the data warehouse. That is all about business intelligence. We will talk more about this later. But as a day one, as a kickoff, whatever is required today, those are the things I am sharing over here now. And moving on to the next item is our approach is, while we learn this subject, we will be very highly conceptual. There is no shortcut. We will try to learn this with the highest conceptuality in the mind, and also approach is purely interview oriented. Means deliver the concept, line 1, and line 2 is how that concept can be questioned in an interview. Means it's like a competitive exam preparation. Means what is the concept and how that concept can be questioned. So our approach is deliver the concept, and on top of it, what type of question you can expect in the interview, because our whole purpose is to get into OBI and end up in job in the OBI. That is our target. And post the means, as the course itself is designed in such a way that it's purely interview oriented. So that is an ongoing process. Job assistance is an ongoing process. Means in each session we will orient ourselves towards a job and post to the course completion, helping in the preparation of resume, and doing a review of the resume and having market reviews, which we can do based on your interest. And at the same time, and course, how many days we are planning to do. See, overall, we can target by 15 days of means you will. I can say easily 20 days. You know, I mean, I did not really distributed each content into number of hours, but typically we can plan by 20 days like that. So if we are planning an alternative, so it will go for 40 days. So let's target it for 35 to 40 days like that, and we will try to wrap up quickly. And at the same time, it's not that the purpose is you people need to be satisfied, and you people need to be very confident on what you learn. And the approach is the course material, means whatever session I am telling, on the same day you will get the content, course material for it. By that you can go through it, and we can move on to the next topic. So means I went through whatever I planned for this demo. And now what we can do is let's go a little deeper. Let me do a top to bottom scan and let me see what I told I will cover a little later. The course content. So the course content is so Bharat and Chintan, you are with me, right? Hello?
Yeah, Ravi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was talking on that.
Yeah, that's fine, So this is the course content. Yes, I will pass it on to you. This is a single page, line 1, and line 2 is what is our approach is when we actually start. This is purely a demo. Demo, we are not counting it as an actual class, but the moment when the actual training starts, we will talk about more details about OBI, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. Enterprise Edition means a product edition which is fit for an enterprise. An enterprise means you have more number of applications. You are merging various applications into a single data warehouse. So that is the way they name like that. You have a standard edition where it's purely which suits lesser number of applications. An enterprise application is which can cover more number of applications. Like you can have a Siebel CRM source, or you can have a PeopleSoft CRM source, or an SAP ERP source. So, and source means your warehouse is your destination, and your sources can be a myriad of various applications which are scattered across your enterprise. That is the reason it is named as Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. A business intelligence means talking about business, knowing about your business, and avoiding the risk within your business. So our next topic is architecture. What is the architecture? What are all the components involved? And what is the Oracle Business Intelligence applications? Means Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition is a suite which is like a middleware, and your front end means a front end is called as an application. So we will go deeper a little later, not in the demo itself. I will just run through. The purpose is just to run through the whole contents. What is the Oracle Business Intelligence applications? That is what we will know, and I will tell you how to install Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. A repository basics. Visualize like this. on your user interface, a report is nothing but only firing a query. That query comes from the query answer. The result comes from the database. But who is the mediator? Mediator is the BI server, Oracle Business Intelligence server. What the server will do, it will capture your request and it will fire a query against the database. So, but a server do not have any memory on its own. It do not know what table it has to query. So all that information is available in a repository. See, a server is a blind person. That blind man needs a file to refer. That file is nothing but only a repository file. So what it will do is, the moment you fire a query, say I want to know 2012 sales, but what the BI server will do is, to which table I need to go? Do I need to go to sales table, and on which column I need to fire a query? So all that intelligence, all that information is available in a file. A repository is a file which is referred by server and which will help the server to build a query, a physical query against the database, data warehouse. Most of the time I will use a term called as a database. Currently we are in the area of data warehouse. So a database and data warehouse most of the times are synonyms over here. And in the repository, I told file, right? So repository will have layers: physical layer, business modeling and mapping layer, and presentation layer. So if you want BI server to answer a question to you, then you have to build 3 layers. Then only a BI server can answer the request. Creation of a dimension hierarchies, we will talk about it detailed later. And using an aggregate. Aggregates means aggregating the data means the best example is, you have a sales table and let's say your sales data is getting accumulated since 10 years. In the past 10 years. But every year what is the count? If I put it in an aggregate table, means aggregating, looking into a table and preparing an aggregation is nothing but only summarizing. Okay, in 2009, the sales count is 100. So I don't want that data to be retrieved as and when needed. I want that data to be stored on one table. So that is nothing but only storing an aggregation information into an aggregation table. What is the purpose? To improve the performance. So that is all about using aggregate. As I told, Oracle Business Intelligence has tools which will help you to fire a request. So those interfaces are nothing but only user interfaces are called as answers and dashboards. And what are all the utilities which are available at the repository level? A repository is a file. So what are all the utilities available in that admin tool? So when the repository file is opened through an admin tool, that admin tool has a lot of utilities. What are those utilities? You can declare variables at the repository. What is the Oracle BI security? Means how the authentication happens, how the reports are visible to the end users, how you can manage the cache. Cache is nothing but only to improve the performance. Every time you're firing a query against the database, it takes time. So what is the alternative for it? So manage the cache instead of pulling the data and getting the data. Go navigation capabilities means on your user interface, navigating from one interface to another interface. That is all about Go nav capabilities. Web administration is nothing but only on front end, how you're playing around your reports and dashboards. A dashboard is nothing but only a collection of reports. Anyway, we will dig later. And modeling leading practices means a data warehousing is nothing but only a data modeling. A data modeling is nothing but only how you are denormalizing your data. Sales keeping as a fact table, customer keeping it as a dimension table. So like that means, so what are the best practices when you do a data modeling, when you do a data warehouse design? And a BI publisher overview. A BI publisher is a reporting tool. A BI server means typically what happens is a OBIE server. BI publisher is part of OBIE suite itself, so which is exclusive for reporting. So what I covered now is, this is what I'm going to cover, the course content. If you see our course content, any tool is a database and UI. So a database is nothing but only a data warehouse for us. So how you will do a dimensional modeling? What is a star schema? How you will do a dimensional modeling? The moment you are done with this, you will go ahead and create the tables, line 1. Then after that is done, you will go ahead and populate the tables. So population of the tables is taken care by ETL, extraction, transform, and load. Okay, and ETL will help you to load the data. Means you have source information left hand side, right hand side you have the warehouse. The middleman is the ETL tool. ETL tool will take the data from source and it will convert into the warehouse. So our course focus is means the data is already populated. If you see our course, it means the right hand side. If you see my desktop now, database is nothing but only how you can do data modeling, how you can do dimensional modeling, how you can design your data warehouse. Once the design is over, how you can populate the data. Then once that is done, how you can render that data into the user interface. So what it is in the user interface you are putting a report. So to put a report itself, what is the work we will do in the back end? So that is nothing but only means our course content. If you see, we are not going to explore too much on ETL, and we are not going to spend heavy time on the database side. So because the purpose is, if you see this course content also, how we designed is, as a OBIE developer, how you will build a report, how you will build a dashboard, and what is the server architecture, what is a repository, what is your front-end report. So it all talks about, means you are practicing on the user. So once you are done with this course, you need to claim yourself that you did a practicing on the user interface front-end side. So we are positioning, means where we are positioning is, we are positioning ourselves towards the user interface. Okay. So, and what is the approach? Means currently, if you see OBIE 11G version is there. See, 11G and 10G, between them the difference is architecture and the user interface. Other than the architecture and user interface, everything rest of the stuff is same. So our approach will be, we will walk through OBIE 10G. Then in the end, I will tell you what are all the differences between OBIE 10G, because when you people are saying that, you can't say that since 4 years I am working on 11G. It is a fake statement. It's a wrong statement. So, and you cannot tell that I directly moved into 11G, and you can't project that you have a 3 or 4 years of experience. So to be on safe side, our approach is grasp grasp the 10G thoroughly, then move on to 11G, then understand what is the architecture difference between 11G and 10G, what is the UI difference between 11G and 10G. So that is our approach. So spend time on 10G, move on to 11G, and realize the differences between 10G and 11G. And when you are projecting yourself in the interviews, say that worked on 10G and also worked on 11G, and then manage the interviews like that. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. So what we can do is we can have a question and answer session now. Means whatever you can ask now. Yeah, so I'm done from my end.
So Ravi, this is Chintan.
Yeah.
You mentioned that this course would require 40 days to cover. So, I mean, I just want that clarity on that. I mean,
Means it all depends. See, I mean, it all depends on your interest. I don't see. If you plan for alternative days, it will take around 35 to 40 days. If we plan on a daily basis, we will close it by 20 days. Yeah, we can close it by 20 days, provided you people are interested to have the session on a daily basis. I really do not know your bandwidth, but from my end, I am flexible. I can manage daily or alternative. No problem from my end.
okay.
And weekend we can do a long session.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. You know, we can wrap it up quickly.
Okay. And will we get some experience on how the project, from a project perspective, how a user or how a developer works? Maybe a dummy project or something,
Yeah, sure. Our approach is every day means have a theory and later go and do a practical. So so the course is designed in such a way that it's not only theory, and we will do practical. We will do hands-on work also. Means the way how you will execute a project, the similar fashion we will run through. We will run through the practical. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Bharat.
Yeah, Bharat.
Yeah. If we are planning to have it daily, what would be the, because as I said, we have a time difference of 3 hours, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know how we can plan that. That is what is the major concern would be.
Yeah. Tell me, what is the earliest time you can attend in the evening?
30.
6:30.
So after 4:30 our time, so then it would be 7:30 your time, so EST time. So
yeah, that should be fine. You told 4:30, right? Then
yeah,
then
I'm not sure about Chintan then.
Yeah, then Chintan, please tell me your earliest time of availability. Means he mentioned 4:30. I mean, what is your preference?
Yeah, I would say around 5 should be okay with me.
Yeah, 5 means my 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good with that. 8 o'clock, I'm good with that, because typically I comes home by 7:30. So 8 or 8:15 is good to me. So the safe bet is 8:15. Okay, because I will be reaching home by 7:45. Then I can have half an hour time. Then we can start at 8:15. Then we can plan. Everyday session is 1 hour 15 minutes, 1.5 hours like that. Based on the content, we can do like this. And in the weekends, we can stretch more and spend more time.
Yeah, Chintan and Bharat, do you guys have landlines?
Basically,
Bharat, whatever you're speaking is going in the air, not able to. Not able to hear you.
I
A little far from the
don't
mic.
have any. Yeah. I mean to say that I don't have a laptop. I just have a cell phone.
So how will you manage the minutes?
Mine is an unlimited.
Okay, both of are unlimited plan, right?
Yeah, Venu, I have an unlimited plan.
Okay, cool then. Then we can call with the landline and yeah, I can also call with, so you have unlimited plan. We all should be fine then. Okay?
Yeah.
And today's session I have recorded and I email to you later. Okay?
If there is some issue with the mobile phones, we can also join, right?
Yeah, you
Only-
can dial with your GTalk, I think. Email.
Okay, GTalk.
Yeah, GTalk you can do it, I think. Yeah.
No, it should be just like a standard. Any problem is there with the mobile phone, so we can switch on to GTalk.
Yeah. Yeah, plan B. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay then, so I'm done from my end. If you don't have anything, then we can wind up. We will again, so for now, let's plan like this. We will again get assembled on Monday, next Monday then.
Okay.
Venu, is that is fine? Venu, 8:15?
Yeah, for me anything is fine.
Yeah, means Monday you need to coordinate with that lady, right? Deepti.
Yes.
Yeah, Ravi, I am okay with 8:15.
Yeah, 8:15. So then, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Venu and Ravi. Thank you so much.
Ravi,
Right. Thanks, Venu. We will talk. Okay, right. Bye.